Assalamu alaikum students. Let us continue with the chemical bonding. Next topic is ionic solid and lattice enthalpy. Now, in ionic solid, the cations and anions are held together by ionic bond. They are held together by ionic bond. Cations and anions in ionic solid are held together by ionic bond. Now, Cosil approach help us to understand the bonding between ions of different elements. The Cosil approach will help us to understand the bonding between the ions of different elements. Now, ion formation depends upon the ease means asani, ease with which the atom loses or gains electron. The ion formation depends upon the ease with which the atom loses or gains the electron. If sodium is there, atomic number is 11, so it can lose one electron to complete its octet, so it will become 2,8. Now sodium will form sodium ion. We will see in next topic in that example. Okay, so ion formation depends upon the ease with which the atom loses or gains the electrons. If atom loses electron, it will form cation. If atom gains electron, it will form anion. Okay, now see here the example. If you have an atom M in gaseous state, if it loses electron, previously it has no charge. Atom is electrically neutral. If this atom loses one electron, it will acquire one plus charge in gaseous state. So this ionization takes place in gaseous state, whether it is forming cation or anion. So an atom M, consider any atom M, it is shown by capital M. In gaseous state loses electron to form M plus ion, plus electron will be coming out, plus electron. Now you have other atom called X in gaseous state. If this atom gains electron, if it is gaining electron, so it will form X minus ion. Okay, so it has formed anion. Now this M plus and X minus ion in gaseous state combines together to form ionic solid. So I will write like this: M plus in gaseous state plus X minus in gaseous state combine together to form Mx in gaseous state. Further it crystallizes into solid state, Mx solid. Okay, so this is how the ions get combined together to form ionic compound or ionic solid. Now this ionization formation of ion, maybe this ionization is always endothermic. It is always endothermic. Ionization is always endothermic. So and electron gain, the process of gaining electron, it may be endothermic or it may be exothermic. It may be endothermic or exothermic. Now based on the ionization enthalpy, this ionization enthalpy required for the ionization, and electron gain enthalpy based on the ionization enthalpy and electron gain enthalpy based on the ionization enthalpy and electron gain enthalpy, we can predict which element can form ionic compound. which element can form the ionic compound. Depending upon the ionization enthalpy, or by considering the ionization enthalpy and electron gain enthalpy, we can predict which element can form the ionic bond, which element can form the ionic bond or ionic compound. Okay. Now, see here, elements having low ionization enthalpy can readily form bond with the elements having high negative electron gain enthalpy. High negative electron gain enthalpy. So elements having low ionization enthalpy can form ionic bond with the elements having high negative electron gain enthalpy. Now what is this? I think you understand that what is the ionization enthalpy and electron gain enthalpy. Enthalpy involved in the ionization, it will be called as ionization enthalpy. Enthalpy, amount of energy that is required to add the electron in neutral atom, that is called as electron gain enthalpy. Okay, element having low ionization enthalpy can form ionic compound or ionic bond with the element having high negative electron gain enthalpy. Okay. This process takes place in gaseous state. All this process takes place in gaseous state. Gaseous state. And solid state, in ionic compound, in solid state, in ionic compound, in solid state, the cations are surrounded by specified numbers of anions. The cations are surrounded by specified number of anions, and vice versa. Means the anions are also surrounded by specified number of cations. Okay, and cations are surrounded by specified number of anions. So they have particular arrangement of cations and anions in ionic solids. In ionic solids. Crystalline solids and crystalline solids, the arrangement of ions, or that is cations and anions, are ordered. The arrangement of cations and anions are ordered, means they have particular repeating patterns. So number of cations and number of anions are specified. The arrangement is regular. So in crystalline solids, the arrangement of cations and anions are ordered, and these cations and anions are held together by Coulombic forces of attraction. Coulombic forces of attraction. These anions and cations in crystalline solid are held together by the Coulombic forces of attractions. Now during formation of compound, the ionic solid crystallize into solid state. For example, this we have MX. This was gas. Now from gaseous state it will crystallize into solid state. MX solid. So it is crystallizing into the solid state from the gaseous state. So during formation of ionic compound, the ionic compound crystallizes from gaseous state to solid state. Now structure in which the ionic compound crystallizes depends upon in which the ionic compound or crystalline solid, that is ionic solid, crystalline solid crystallizes depends upon size of ion, their packing arrangement, size of ions, cations and anions, the packing arrangement of cations and anions, of ions, that is cations and anions. So during the crystallization, the structure in which the crystalline solid crystallizes out depends upon the size of ion, packing arrangement of ions. The stability of ionic solid, stability of these ionic solid or crystalline solid. Stability of this ionic solid depends upon the interaction between the ions, all the ions, interaction between all the ions, and energy released during the formation of crystal lattice, and energy released during formation of crystal lattice. So stability of this ionic solid depends upon the interaction between the all ions, energy released during the formation of crystal lattice. So we will see one of the example. Formation of NaCl. Let us consider the formation of NaCl. Formation of NaCl. So Na, this ionization and combination of ions, that this all these things takes place in gaseous state. So Na in gaseous state forms Na plus ion in gaseous state plus an electron. Now enthalpy of ionization, it will be called as enthalpy of ionization. Energy involved in the formation of ion from the formation of sodium ion from the sodium atom it will be called as enthalpy of ionization, and that is enthalpy of ionization is 495.8 kilojoule per mole. 495.8 kilojoule per mole. Now you have another atom, that is Cl in gaseous state. It accepts an electron to form Cl minus in gaseous state. Now enthalpy change will be called as electron gain enthalpy, EG, electron gain enthalpy, and this electron gain enthalpy is minus 348.7 kilojoule per mole. 348.7 kilojoule per mole. Now let us continue. Let's turn the page. Now combination of ions, that is Na plus ion and Cl minus ion. Now we will combine the ions. This Na plus ion in gaseous state plus Cl minus ion in gaseous state combines to form NaCl in gaseous state. NaCl in gaseous state. Now enthalpy change here is equal to 147.1 kilojoule per mole. So enthalpy change for this overall reaction is 147.1 kilojoule per mole. Okay. The conversion of NaCl from gaseous state to conversion of NaCl from gaseous state to solid state or crystallization process, we can say, involves the release of heat. It involves the release of heat. that is 788 minus 788 kilojoule per mole. Now during formation of NaCl solid from NaCl gas, there is a release of energy, and that amount of energy is minus 788 kilojoule per mole. So this released amount of energy is much more than the amount of energy that is absorbed during the formation of NaCl in gaseous state. So this amount of energy which is released during the formation of NaCl is much more than the amount of energy absorbed during the formation of NaCl. Okay. So stability, now we come on the stability. The stability of this ionic compound can be estimated by seeing the amount of energy released during the formation of ionic compound, and not just by knowing the energy related to the completion of octet. So if we have the amount of energy released during the formation of ionic compound, we can check or we can tell about the stability of that ionic compound. So stability of ionic compound can be estimated by seeing or by observing or by considering the amount of energy released during the formation of ionic compound, and not just by knowing the energy related to the completion of octet. Okay. Okay, I will end this video here. We'll continue this video in next lecture, inshallah. Okay, thank you. Okay, we will once again we'll see the overall revision. Okay, so I'll start from here, from the page 1. Before discontinuing this video, we'll take a quick revision. Okay, chemical bonding, ionic solids and lattice enthalpy. In ionic solid, cations and anions are held together by ionic bond. Okay, Cosil approach help us to understanding the bonding between the ions of different element. Now ion formation depends upon the ease with which the atom loses or gains electrons. Now, ion formation takes place in gaseous state. So if you have one atom, that is M, in gaseous state, if it loses one electron, forms M plus ion in gaseous state plus one electron. If we have another atom X in gaseous state, it accepts electron in gaseous state to form anion, X minus ion. Okay, so we have now two ions, M plus and X minus. So if these two ions combine together to form, these two ions will combine together to form ionic compound or ionic solid. So M plus plus X minus forms MX. This is ionic solid. Further it crystallizes into the solid, from gas to solid. Now ionization is endothermic. Formation of ion or ion formation from the atom, neutral atom, is endothermic. It requires the input of energy. Okay, this reaction is endothermic. Ionization is endothermic. Electron gain may be endothermic, it may be exothermic. Electron gain may be endothermic or exothermic. Now this ionization enthalpy and electron gain enthalpy, by knowing the ionization enthalpy and electron gain enthalpy, we can predict which element can form the ionic compound. We can predict which element can form the ionic compound by knowing the ionization enthalpy and electron gain enthalpy. Now there are two statements. Element having low ionization enthalpy, see which element can form the ionic compound. Elements having low ionization enthalpy can form ionic compound or ionic bond with the elements having high negative electron gain enthalpy. With the elements having high negative electron gain enthalpy. All this process takes place in gaseous state. In ionic compound in solid state, in ionic compound in solid state, the cations are surrounded by the specified number of anions and vice versa. Means anions also surrounded by a specified number of cations. Okay. In crystalline solid, the arrangement of ions, that is cation or anions, it is ordered. The arrangement of ion is ordered, and these ions are held together by Coulombic force of attractions. These ions are held together by Coulombic forces of attractions. Now see here, MX form, MX gas crystallized into the MX solid. So this ionic solid crystallized from the gaseous state to the solid state. Now it has crystallized into the solid. Now structure in which the crystalline solid or ionic solid crystallizes depends upon the size of ion, it depends upon the size of ion, packing arrangement of ions and other factors. So structure in which the crystalline, this solid or crystalline solid or ionic solid crystallizes depends upon the size of ion and packing arrangement of ions. Now stability of this ionic solid or crystalline solid is depending upon the interaction between all the ions, energy released during the formation of crystal lattice, crystal lattice. Now let us consider the example of NaCl, formation of NaCl. So Na solid, Na gas in gaseous state forms Na plus ion. Sodium atom in gaseous state loses one electron to form sodium plus ion plus electron. Now enthalpy or amount of energy involved, that is called as enthalpy of ionization. This I stand for the ionization. So enthalpy of ionization is equal to 495.8 kilojoule per mole. So amount of energy involved in the formation of Na plus ion from the neutral atom sodium Na is 495.8 kilojoule per mole. Now you have another atom Cl. Cl atom in gaseous state accept electron to form Cl minus ion. Now electron is been gained by the Cl atom. So enthalpy change will be called as electron gain enthalpy, e.g. electron gain enthalpy is equal to minus 348.7 kilojoule per mole. Okay, let us continue. Now this Na plus and Cl minus in gaseous state combine together to form NaCl gas. Enthalpy change is 147.1 kilojoule per mole. Now this NaCl from gaseous state crystallizes to the solid. Now during formation of crystalline solid NaCl, the amount of energy is released, and that amount of energy is minus 788 kilojoule per mole. So this amount of energy released during the formation of solid NaCl is much more than the energy absorbed during the formation of NaCl gas in gaseous state. So we can tell about the stability, or we can estimate the stability of ionic solid by considering the amount of energy released during the formation of ionic solid, and not just by knowing the energy related to the completion of octet. Okay, so here we will stop this video. We'll continue in next lecture, inshallah. Thank you.